Ever had that moment when your friends say your mic sounds like a toaster? Or maybe you've played a gorgeous looking game, but for some reason, it just didn't feel that immersive? Yeah, I've been there too. And if you own a headset, or were thinking of buying one, you'll probably enjoy gaming and music way more after watching this video. Because the truth is, most headsets aren't made for good audio. They're made to look good. Let me get straight to the point. Headsets are a scam. Like 99% of them. All they really give you is RGB and looks at the cost of subpar mic and audio quality. I learned this the hard way. Back in my early gaming days, I decided to get a headset for the convenience of it. Specifically, that MPOW one that went viral on AliExpress because of its super cheap price. And yeah, the result? My friends constantly complained about how muddy my voice sounded, and I found it nearly impossible to feel immersed in games or music because of the overly boomy sound. Here's the thing. Most headsets sound like a muddy mess because manufacturers tune them to appeal to the masses. They crank up the bass and completely ignore what actually makes audio sound good. Things like balanced mids and highs, proper soundstage, and accurate imaging. Headphones, on the other hand, are all about build and audio quality. That focus allows them to deliver way more fidelity, often for the same price as a gaming headset. Now, what's the difference between a headset and a headphone? The most obvious one is the mic. If it has one, it's a headset. If it doesn't, it's a headphone. But of course, there's a bit more to it than that. Headsets often come loaded with gaming gimmicks that exist mainly to boost the price and profit margins. Stuff like 7.1 surround sound that actually worsens imaging, onboard sound cards, noise cancellation, RGB, and all that nonsense. The problem is, all those extra frills usually come at the expense of the things that actually matter, like audio and build quality. That's why most headsets end up breaking in a year or two, if you're lucky. On that same note, there are also IEMs, or in-ear monitors. Basically, those small earphones that sit inside your ear. They're an amazing option if you want great audio quality on a low budget. And they're also perfect for anyone who prefers a more practical or portable setup compared to big, bulky headphones. You'd be surprised how often a $30 pair of IEMs can completely outperform $80 to $90 headphones in terms of audio quality. Now, back to the main topic. Since you already know why headsets are a waste of money 99% of the time, you might be wondering, okay, then what should I buy instead? Here's my advice. If you're on a really tight budget, go for a decent pair of IEMs and pair them with a budget microphone, like the Fifine Amplagame A6V, or even a lavalier mic like the Boya BY-M1. Both of these already have better quality than most headsets out there, and they're insanely affordable for what they offer. Now, pair that mic with something like the KZ Caster, which is an absolute beast for both gaming and music. It even has an integrated EQ switch, something you almost never see at this price point. The soundstage is awesome. It feels wide and open, like the sound is around you instead of trapped inside your head. Combine that with great imaging, meaning how accurately you can pinpoint sounds in that space, and you'll never again wonder where your opponent's footsteps are coming from. Those two things, along with a natural and balanced tuning, make it surprisingly immersive, even for story-driven games. With this combo, you're looking at around $55 total, and it's miles ahead of basically any gaming headset out there. From there, you can start upgrading over time. Maybe go for a Samson Q2U if you want a better cardioid dynamic mic. Though honestly, if you're just chatting on Discord, you won't even need it. For IEM upgrades, something like the Truth Here Reds would be the next step up. I'm not going to go too deep into upgrades in this video, but if you'd like me to make a full guide on the best options for every budget, let me know in the comments. I'll also leave all the links to everything I'm talking about here in the description, so you can see how their prices are in your region. Now, if you're like me and don't really like having something stuck in your ear for more than a couple of hours, the headphone route might be more your thing. First off, a heads up. Under $100, you usually get better value with IEMs in terms of audio quality. So if you want similar quality in headphones, be prepared to spend a bit more. For under $100, the SHP 9500 is the clear winner. It's an open back headphone, which means the sound feels more around you rather than trapped inside your head, giving you more immersion and a sense of space. Plus, it has excellent imaging, so you can pinpoint audio cues easily. Now, open back cans aren't for everyone. Some people might not like the weaker bass, audio leakage, or lack of isolation from outside noise. That said, I still recommend trying them at least once. they completely change how you experience music and gaming. Trust me on that. As for good closed backs under $100, the FiiO Jade Audio JT1 is one you should keep on your radar. It has an awesome sound and an even better price. You can't go wrong with this one. However, if you could save some money for better quality, grab the FiiO FT1 Pro. There's really not much competition at its price. It's around $160, and honestly, it beats a lot of $500 closed-back headphones out there. Now, if you grab the SHP 9500 and later want an even better open-back pair, or just crave higher quality sound, check out the Philips X2 HR. My personal pair right now, and I'd vouch for them forever. They're energetic, fun to listen to, packed with detail, and after tweaking them with the Harman EQ preset, they became even more amazing. The soundstage on these is massive, one of the widest you'll find, even compared to $1,000 plus headphones. I remember when I first got it, during a Celeste playthrough at the mansion part, this song started playing, and during this part, I was just mesmerized by how the instruments moved around my room rather than just around my head. Anyway, if you're a bass lover, don't worry. Even though it's an open back, it's got satisfying low end. Right now, they're a bit pricey on Amazon, but you can often snag a great deal on AliExpress for around $100. From here, you can upgrade to the Sundaras or go straight to the Edition XS, but I won't dive into those upgrades now. Maybe a full video on that later. Remember I said 99% of headsets aren't worth it? Well, that's because there's the 1%, the Drop plus Sennheiser PC38X. They're a pair of open-back headsets that are praised everywhere for their awesome imaging, which makes them great for competitive players who need accurate audio positioning. However, they can sound a bit thin and dull for music in general, so I wouldn't really recommend them for that. The mic is decent, though still worse than any of the ones I recommended here. Still, it's actually a good headset pair. Having said all that, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this: don't buy headsets. You're just wasting money when you could get 2, 3, or even 4 times the quality for the same price. So, that's it. Let me know. What's the worst headset you've ever bought? I think we've all been there at some point. I'm curious if anyone's had one that didn't break in under a year. But at least now, we know a smarter way to spend our money and actually get better audio. Click here to check out the best budget pre-built PCs in 2025, and here for the best 1440p monitors. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.